Hello everyone. So this is a reminder, if you're going through some type of adversity or some type of challenge, sometimes, we have that voice in our mind whenever we're going through something that we beat up ourselves for it. We then get stuck in this negativity, but it's not going to help. Being talking down to yourself or entertaining those nasty thoughts or saying, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen, I don't deserve this, or yeah, see, this was a challenge. So you're just validating your old habitual beliefs. So better thing to do in these situations is, acknowledge what happened, acknowledge what's going on. If you have to release any suppressed energy, do that. Okay, cry it out, you're angry, scream it out, whatever it is. But don't believe those stories. Don't believe the stories that your mind is telling you. Don't say, yeah, I deserve this, or yeah, it's true. Don't do that, because it's not gonna help. You're actually wavering and then validating that again, and more of that's gonna happen. So you have to just be like, okay, those are just thoughts from my ego, from my old programming. Does not mean it's true. But release it, let it be heard, and then reprogram your new belief. Stay strong in your new identity. Allow yourself to receive the message, because it takes a lot, and I know that, to be this has manifested, because everything is a mirror. So if something has going on that you're not really satisfied with, and that happens to me too, and it's challenging, and I have to do the same fucking work, something's going on and I'm not happy about it, or I'm not getting my manifestation fast enough, I have to literally take accountability that it's either old programming or I am not aligned, because if not, my manifestation would be, or I wouldn't gravitate certain situations into my life, and I know that's challenging. But I have to be compassionate with myself. So you have to be compassionate with yourself, and you have to acknowledge that it all starts up here. So have the compassion, release that suppressed energy. Don't believe those thoughts, those nasty thoughts that come up, and continue aligning and allow yourself, because the more calm you are and less judgmental you are towards yourself, you're going to be able to then see the message, see the truth, rather than through the lens of the ego, of fear, of the old habitual self, just validating, blocking yourself, validating the old story or blocking yourself. So take it easy and know that things are always working in your favor. Continue programming that in your mind. Things are always working out in my favor. Even if something happens and it seems like it's not, I'm going to have the faith and stay true and persistent in my new identity, in my manifestations, in aligning at the vibrational match with a version of me that has that desire that I'm manifesting, or that I, want or desire or whatever. Yeah, it's gonna be challenging, but continue doing it. And I promise you, you will see the light, and your manifestation will gravitate towards you once you're in alignment. Don't worry if something isn't going your way. And if you are having those nasty thoughts, it's because it's purging out, so thank them. Because in that moment when you're having those nasty thoughts, or you're literally between two choices, the one of your old programming or the challenging one, which is pushing through discomfort or the comfort zone and being uncomfortable, that is when you wire a new neural pathway. That is when, let's say something happens and I'm just not feeling it. In that moment, I can either go back to my old self, I validate my old stories more and more, or just be see, this is why, or just beat myself up about it, which is not gonna help. Or I can just be that is the old programming. That's okay. Those thoughts is just something's being released right now. I'm gonna allow myself to feel this, and I'm gonna stay strong with my new identity. What would my highest, best self, the version of me that has this desire, act like? My new identity. It's a choice. I already made the choice of my new identity. What is she or he going to be like? You know, what am I going to act like? What's my response to the situation? And the more you do that, the stronger your identity will be. And you're proving to the universe that you're not messing around, that this is who you are now. And you'll start noticing that less and less situations, undesired situations, are going to be happening. That you're going to be more aligned, vibrating a higher state, because you're being authentic to yourself. And on top of that, you're releasing the suppressed energy. I think that works best for me, releasing the suppressed energy, allowing myself to be heard and not suppressing anything, but also reprogramming it. I think that those two things are like key. And the more you do it, the less and less like you're going to feel triggered. You're going to be more like in control of your emotions. You're going to be more emotionally aware. And you're going to be able to shift much more. And I'll do another video on like shadows and why it's so important to listen to these shadows, to shine light in these shadows. So part 2.